All right, good morning, everyone. Building relationships with students and working collaboratively to advance shared goals are important foundations of the early college program. This session will showcase two early college partnerships, Waipahu High School and UH West Oʻahu, followed by Konawaena High School and Hawaii Community College, Pālamanui, that are successfully working together to provide targeted support to students based on identified needs. Our presenters will introduce themselves, so I'll turn it over to Waipahu High School to get us started.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending our session this morning. As the introduction stated, we are from Waipahu High School. So today there will be two schools, Waipahu High School and Konawaena High School, who will be sharing how they met students where they are and how these schools put students at the forefront with their early college programming. Next slide, please. Okay, we're also going to highlight the positive partnership that we have with UH West Oʻahu and Waipahu High School. And UH West Oʻahu is just one of our many partners that we work with. Our Early College Explorers program is the program that we're going to be talking about today and sharing about. And this program was created and it was aimed to increase early college participation with underrepresented students, specifically Pacific Islanders. So this program celebrated their first cohort of students in the summer of 2021. Okay, so during today's presentation, the team will cover some demographic information on Waipahu High School. We're also going to share some success data from our early college program. And then also we're going to talk about our partnership with the University of Hawaii system, specifically the West Oʻahu campus. And then lastly, we're going to share specifics about our early college program. And we're fortunate enough to have a graduate of our program share his experiences. Next slide, please. The Waipahu High School Early College team is comprised of myself, Eunice Fukunaga, the new director of early college, and then Stephen D. Silva, who's here for part of the presentation. He is the early college coordinator. And then also we do have a specific outreach coordinator who helps with our early college program, Justine Kahau-Olupua, who unfortunately could not make it today. Next slide. Also part of the Waipahu team, we have Mrs. Mary Rose DeProza, who serves as our SD 100 instructor, as well as Lannon Nelson, a proud Waipahu graduate class of 2022, who will be sharing his experiences as an early college explorers graduate. Next slide. And last but not least is Brandon Carlos, the early college program coordinator at UH West Oʻahu. Next slide, please. Okay, so just to kind of set the context of our presentation, I wanted to give you some demographic information on Waipahu High School. If we go to the next slide, you'll kind of see what we're made of as far as, or what we believe in as far as our school vision and mission. The main thing, or the main focus of our vision and mission of the school is to provide various educational opportunities for our students through rigorous and relevant learning. And if you look at the bottom, our school motto, my voice, my choice, my future, pretty much sums up the culture of our high school. Next slide, please. And then here is the demographic information of our school. We are the second largest high school in the state of Hawaii, just under 2,700 total population. We are a Title I school. If you look at our student demographic makeup, predominantly Filipino population, but we do have 24% Pacific Islander population. We are a wall-to-wall career academy school. So if you're not familiar with career academies, we're the first high school in the state of Hawaii to be wall-to-wall, and also boast the fact that all of our career academies have received NCAC certification with model status. Next slide, please. Okay, so next up, I'm going to hand it over to Stephen D. Silva, who will be giving you some information and data on our early college program.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to give a little bit of history of our early college program and some demographics of our students and enrollment. So we began our early college program in summer of 2012 with the Psychology 100 course offered by the University of Hawaii West Oʻahu. And that was just one class full of 30 students. As time went by, we started doing different initiatives within our program years. Our first initiative was Early College 1.0, which was just offering general education classes to high school students. And then we moved on to Early College 2.0, which was aligning our career academies into our program, and so offering different 2-year associate programs for our students to earn their associate's degree before they graduate high school. And then lastly, what we're currently working on right now is Early College 3.0, which is offering shared courses with unused seats in our program to other schools around the state who are typically in rural areas as well. Next slide, please. And so to provide some information of enrollment, so this is a graph that just shows in the last 10 years how we slowly increase our duplicated enrollments. Duplicated enrollments meaning these are the total grades that we receive each school year. So last school year, we had about 1,500 grades distributed throughout our whole program. Next slide, please. And then for our participants within the whole student population here at Waipahu High School, about 1 in 4 students have taken and completed an early college course within their 4 years here in high school. Each school year, we get about 500 to 600 students enrolled into at least one early college course. And then that contributes to our program passing rate of 95%. Even with COVID, pre-COVID, we were at about 98, but with COVID, we dropped down just a little bit to 95%, but then we're hopefully with in-person learning, we're slowly going to increase and providing extra support to increase that rate as well. And then to give some student demographics with our student populations within our program is predominantly female, 70 to 30% male. And then you can see their demographics, majority Filipino, and then we do have a small percentage of Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander students. So next slide. And then touching on the student demographics, we did do an analysis on what types of students that we're serving, what demographics they fall under, and then we did see that we did have a lower number in that Pacific Islander population, Native Hawaiian EL students, those underrepresented students historically. And so what we wanted to do as a program, next slide, please. So we found out that we weren't reaching enough of those students that we would want to. So our goal for our program was to create something innovative that would increase that students' population throughout our program to give more opportunities to English language learners, Pacific Islanders, and Native Hawaiians at Waipahu High School. And so that started with building relationships, of course, with our EL department here at Waipahu, with the University of Hawaii West Oʻahu, and then the early college program. And together we came up with a solution in offering we call it an early college explorers program, where they start off with a Student Development 100 course, which is the university experience through UH West Oʻahu to increase college and career readiness within those specific populations. Next slide, please. And then I would also like to add, with the support of our AmeriCorps Vista volunteers, so the 3 wonderful ladies on the left are our full-time AmeriCorps early college outreach coordinators that we had in the last 3 years, and they really spearheaded this initiative of the Early College Explorers into achieving that goal of increasing underrepresented students, specifically Pacific Islanders. And then also in the summer, when we do offer our SD100 course, we have AmeriCorps Summer Associates, which are all alumni of Waipahu High School. They come back and provide academic support for these students as well. Next slide, please. And then I would just like to highlight, with this new initiative with the Early College Explorers program, we have increased our Pacific Islander rate about 107% since before our school year of 2019. And then we started the Early College Explorers program in school year 2020 to 2021. And then going on to the next slide, now I would like to introduce University of Hawaii West Oʻahu with Brandon Carlos.
Thank you, Stephen. Good morning, everyone. All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background information about UH West Oahu. We were originally founded in 1976. We are now in the Lyric Coast of Oahu in the city of Kapolei. We're a four-year university, and we offer a variety of baccalaureate degrees. Now, our very first early college class was taught at Waipahu High School in the summer of 2012. This was a Psychology 100 class, and was taught by the director of early college, Dr. Garen Suru. Since 2012, we have slowly grown our partnership with Waipahu to best support their students while also promoting a college-going culture. Next slide, please. All right, and an important aspect of UH West Oahu's early college program is actually our mission statement. We want to create a program which provides a baccalaureate level educational opportunity for low-income students, first-generation college goers, and students who come from ethnic backgrounds that are largely underrepresented in higher education. So our objective is to increase the college-going culture and the college and career readiness while cultivating in students the skills that they need to succeed in college, in life, and beyond. To do this, we work closely with our high school partners to offer these students cost-free opportunities to earn college credits. And we do this because we are supporting the state objective of increasing the amount of adults who have a college degree to 55% by the year 2025. Now, this mission statement is important because when Waipahu contacted me about offering an early college class with their Pacific Islander students, I saw it as a great opportunity to support Waipahu High School because of our very close relationship, because we had that special partnership. But I also saw this as an opportunity to support the original mission of early college in providing access to the first generation students and underrepresented populations. So this was something that I felt we had to do. Now, in discussing this with Waipahu High School and what they envision for the students, we recommended doing an SD 100 class, and this is a student development class. This course is worth 1 college credit, and it is designed to educate first-year students on how to be successful college students. This class teaches students to have a better understanding of the learning process, to acquire the academic skills and knowledge that is essential for them to be successful in college and in life. Basically, in a nutshell, this course teaches students how to be successful. Now, our first class that we ran was in the summer of 2021. We had 9 students enrolled. When it came time to discuss on who would be teaching the class, we actually recommended Mary Rose to teach the course to the students since they already knew her and she had an existing relationship with the students. We felt that this would be very nurturing for the students and it would help the students to be more successful in this class. Luckily, our division chair agreed with us and we were able to hire Mary Rose to be the instructor. I'm also pleased to say that all 9 students that enrolled in this course successfully completed the course. Can we go to the next slide, please? All right, since we offered this original SD100, we discovered, I should say, that we needed to retool this class. In its previous version of SD100, the course could be repeated, but you're still going to earn 1 college credit. And in doing these classes, we learned that there's many avenues that could help these students. So we decided to break this class down into different alphas. And this is a small sample of what we're going to be offering Waipahu High School in the near future. Each class is pretty self-explanatory. We have an SD 100B for career explorations. The 100C is college readiness. This one closely aligns with the original SD 100. And then we're also going to help these students learn about financial wellness and academic success with the SD 100D and 100E classes. Next slide, please. Or actually, no, I'll be passing the baton to Mary Rose.
Yakwe Talofa Rananum Molo LLA. Hello, I am Mary Rose da Prosa, also known as Mama D. My students call me that name because they consider me as their parental figure in school. Next slide, please. If you can go on the next slide for recruitment. So what helps in recruiting our students? I put effort in getting to know my students and I listen to their stories. I saw it as an underlying issue that these students were underrepresented. So I introduced SD 100 to them so they can have a picture or overview of what college is all about. Next slide, please. I believe that one of the biggest factors influencing Pacific Islander students to enroll in the Early College Explorers program is their bond with their teachers. So, with that, if we are going to go to the next slide, please. Most of these students are currently enrolled in SD 100, were my EL students. They also invite their friends who just moved here in Hawaii that speaks their language to enroll in SD 100. They know that any opportunity that I offer to one ethnic group is also offered to all. So when I introduce SD 100 to them, they will do it because they know that I am teaching the class and their relatives also took the class. So if we can see for in the next slide, we can see what is covered in SD 100. During the SD 100, I want to make sure that I can cover all the questions that they ask me. Let's say they ask me what is college and what will I need to do to enroll in college? What if we don't have money to go to college? Aside from this, the class also covered the university policies and resources available for them to enroll in college and other skills they need, like note taking and study habits. So for their schedule, if we can go to the next slide, please. SD 100 is a one credit class, and they have to devote 15 hours to work under assigned tasks, to work under assignments, and other activities set for the class. With the planning, I want to make sure that I will include the students for the schedule that they prefer because I want to make sure that I have to take into consideration their responsibilities at home and other personal circumstances. I also do some interventions to my SD 100 students. If we can go to the next slide. During the registration, we provide one-on-one instructions to help our students since they also need tech support. And I also incorporate different teaching strategies to scaffold the students who have difficulty understanding the content. So some examples that we do in class, if we can go to the next slide. When we talk about when we talk about how to apply for college, we do this through role playing, where they take the role of a counselor, a student preparing the documents needed, and staff at the admission office. I also make sure that I can invite students who took the class that also speak their language. That way, they can help in the translation. So if you can please go to the next slide. I want to share what I do with their final project. Although it's only a one credit and it's only for 15 hours, the students were able to come up and design their own website using Google Sites. So for their Google Sites, they can include their vision board that would include their goals and wants in college. They can also include student development resources that they will put all the documents and links that they learn in the class, and then they can go back throughout their journey in college. And the last tab of their project will be their reflections and their next steps. If we can please go to the next slide. So I will end my presentation with the ABCs of building a good relationship with my students. A for acceptance, B for belonging, and C for community. I believe that students who feel that they are accepted think that they belong to a community. And if they feel that, they tend to participate in school programs and cooperate with their teachers. One is students continue their journey to earn a degree and reach their goals with resources and support. I have so much more to share regarding SD 100, but one of my students will be here today to discuss his experiences. It's my pleasure to call on Lanin.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Langenpuis Nelson. I'm born and raised in the Marshall Island, Matro Atoll. I'm proud to be a Marauder Waipahu High School alumni. I'm currently attending Honolulu Community College, and I like to do sport editing videos and making music on my free time. And then on the next slide, I'll be talking about why I joined early college. So before I became early college explorer student, I was unaware or had never thought of education after high school. Back home in the Marshall Island, we don't have the privilege of having the chance to even think about college because we know we cannot afford it. Mama D introduced me to the new program called the the Early College Explorer program, and I took the opportunity to be part of it. And on the next slide, I'll be talking about what I learned from the SD 100. What I learned from the SD 100, I learned that the federal government assists in aid for college education. For example, the FAFSA. Before early college, I was unaware about attending college because I don't know how I will be able to pay for it. Um, Through SD 100, I learned that FAFSA could help me with the cost of college tuition. I was able to experience the life of college students with the support of Mama D, of course, as my SD 100 instructor. I felt confidence about attending college. She made us of many many scholarship opportunities that could help us through school. Mama D has always been there for her student, and she understood every one of us, including the Pacific Islanders. The next slide, please. So SD 100 built my confidence to go to college. I knew what to do right after graduating high school because the SD 100 prepared me or us, the Pacific Islanders, for it. Even though we are immigrants and speak a different language, we have the chance to attend college or higher education. Next class. So in the next slide, I have the word of encouragement from Mama D, which is the prosa. She told me to spread the word and share your experience within your community. Your goal is to encourage more Pacific Islander to join early college. On the next slide, please. So to end my story, after the first batch of early college explorer is spread to the Pacific Islander community slowly and enrollment increased. It's part of our culture to share our story with our friends and families with the hope that it will motivate them and inspire them to do the same. So when they attend Waipahu High School, they can look for Mama D and ask question about early college. Thank you.
All right. So just to kind of wrap up what was shared today, um, we just and I some of you might have questions, but I just wanted to kind of say that this program is successful. Like anyone can take the model that we've created and actually implemented in the school. But the reason why it's so successful for us is truly comes down to the relationships that has been built on our campus, and also just the positive working relationship that we have and the partnerships that we do have with the University of Hawaii system. And Mama D is priceless. I've had her promise to me that she will never leave Waipahu High School, but also looking at how we can grow this program. And it's her relationships and the fact that she's so passionate about working with her students that really truly makes this program successful. So we do have plans, like was shared, to continue and expand this SD 100 program so more students like Lannon can benefit from the program. And so at this point, I'm not sure if we're going to do the Q&A now or if we're going to do it at the end of the session. Okay, so next up is the Konawaena group that's going to be sharing their early college programming.
Good morning and welcome to the Konawaena High and Pālamanui portion of this breakout session. My name is Travis Nakayama and I am the College and Career Counselor at Konawaena High School. I'm joined by Auntie Perla Ha'alilio from Hawaiʻi Community College, Pālamanui. Next slide, please. Later on in this session, we will hear from our current students in the early college program, Isaiah and Cecily, both sophomores at Konawaena High School. Next slide. To give some context of the relationship between Konawaena High and Hawaiʻi Community College, here is a bit of historical background. Prior to 2015, Hawaiʻi Community College was housed in an office complex, which is about a 5-minute drive from Konawaena High School. In 2015, Hawaiʻi Community College Pālamanui was opened, with the Pālamanui campus now located above the Kona International Airport, which is approximately 45 minutes from Konawaena High School. Since Konawaena High serves a large geographic area spanning a boundary of 50 miles, students on the far end of the boundary can expect a long commute to and from the Pālamanui campus. Therefore, the stance of the Konawaena High School administration has always been to forge a solid working relationship with Hawaiʻi Community College, as KHS seeks to be the hub and conduit of higher education in the South Kona community. Next slide, please. One program that is a result of the working relationship with Hawaiʻi Community College and Konawaena High School is the Early College Summer Bridge Program. Starting in the summer of 2021, the Early College Summer Bridge Program provides 20 incoming freshmen of mixed academic levels and ethnicities with the opportunity to take an introductory college course, which focuses on personal goal development and college and career planning. Students are selected on the basis of teacher recommendation, personal statements, and middle school grades to ensure students have the necessary dispositions to be successful in the summer intensive course. This course is taught by Auntie Perla, and tutoring and writing assistance is provided by myself and student leaders who already understand the demands of the early college summer program. Here are some of the community service projects done at Konawaena High School. It was at the farm, and the first cohort is on the left side of the screen. So at this time, I would like to call upon Auntie Perla to talk about the Early College Summer Bridge Program, in addition to the Hawaiian Life Styles Certificate Program available to Konawaena students.
Aloha nui. The creation of the Early College Summer Bridge Program was a direct result of Konawaena and Pālamanui's partnership. This program sought to introduce students to the rigors of an introductory college level course, allow students to navigate Laulima, which is the learning interface for the University of Hawaii, and allow students to plan for their college and career choices. Konawaena's students were introduced to campus through activities with Konawaena student leadership and community service. Students who were in the class had a no late work policy and compulsory attendance, where students had to adhere to these rules to achieve a desired grade. So the Hawaiʻi Life Styles certificate allows students to explore Hawaiian culture and traditions through coursework in Hawaiian history, Hawaiian language, and Hawaiian plants and animals. Coursework takes approximately 2 years to complete, with a total of 12 credits required for certificate completion. Konawaena has had a total of 23 students who have earned this subject certificate, with an additional 4 more students who will earn this certificate at the end of this year. Courses within the certificate align to DOE requirements to encourage students to pursue this track, while concurrently completing requirements for their high school diploma.
As a result of the successes of the Early College Summer Bridge program, Konawaena High and Pālamanui will partner to develop a pilot program called the Konawaena Culinary Academy. This program will start in 2023, which provides students with an opportunity to take the basic survey courses in culinary arts. Then in their second year, they will take experiential courses in the program, which will be based at Pālamanui's state-of-the-art culinary kitchen. After they graduate from Konawaena High School, students will take 1 year of culinary courses to earn their AAS, or Associate of Applied Science degree in culinary arts. Next slide, please. So here are some of the success stories. So through Konawaena's partnership with Hawaiʻi Community College Pālamanui, we are proud to announce that last year, the first Konawaena student graduated with a concurrent high school and Associate of Arts degree. Hauola Roback is now a pre-med student at UH Manoa and was named valedictorian of the class of 2022. He was also a peer mentor for our early college summer program. Next slide. This year, we are proud to announce that Ariel, who is a valedictorian candidate of the class of 2023, is on track to earn her high school diploma and her Associate of Arts degree in May. She plans to attend the University of Hawaii at Hilo in hopes of becoming a mental health counselor. And so, next slide. And so at this point, I would like to call upon one of the alums of our early college summer bridge program, Isaiah, and then Cecily. So Isaiah, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nakayama, for inviting me, and you guys as well. So I'm here to kind of share my little story about the early college summer bridge program and kind of how I got here. So I've been given 2 prompts. I'm going to answer the first prompt first. It says, how did the early college summer bridge program help you in taking high school honors courses and early college courses? So first and foremost, the high school honors courses I was not expecting, and it was totally uncalled for. Now, although my intellectual skills may be at a high ranking, I really did not expect to be put in high school honors. And the early college course programs, they were introduced to me by Mr. Nakayama, our college and career counselor, in the hallways, actually. And this was used, I used him as a resource for my intention to learn and the early college programs to learn and wanting to learn. And it was also used for my own inspiration to keep moving and to keep consider early college courses, and having other students wanting the inspiration to do these kinds of students based off of their peers. And moving to the second prompt, how has the early college summer bridge program assisted you in navigating Laulima? So at first, Laulima was quite overwhelming, complex, and unnatural. I was not expecting a digital platform to be this organized and this complex. So it's really different and compared to what I've used in high school, which is Google Classroom. It ranged with resources from the syllabus to emailing students or DM students. And over time, I learned something new, and I still learn. I am still learning new things, new resources from Laulima that I did not know before. And that is my student story. I'm going to pass it on to Cecily.
Okay, hello, my name is Cecily. I'm a sophomore at Konawaena High School. I am extremely humbled and honored to be asked to make this speech today. Along with Isaiah, I participated in the early college course bridge program during summer 2021. During this course, I developed many lifelong skills that will stick with me throughout high school and college. With this being said, I was asked to touch on some questions of my experience during this course, as well as the effect it had on me and my choices in school. Transitioning into the first question, which asks, how did the early college summer bridge program help you in taking high school courses and early college courses? So taking this program helped me in taking high school courses because it taught me how to be responsible and stay motivated. It prepped me for hard work and dedication, shifted my point of view of school, and broke my bad habits and created new learning habits. Coming from 8th grade and transitioning into high school, I was initially very naive. By taking this course, it helped me gain a level of independence as I'm not always going to rely on my teachers to remind me of assignments, due dates, missing work, etc. Taking high school courses, you're expected to organize and keep track of assignments without the help of other teachers. Another question I've been asked is, how did the early college summer bridge program assist you in deciding to pursue the Hawaiian Lifestyle Certificate? So by taking this early college summer bridge program, it helped me to decide to pursue the Hawaiian Lifestyle Certificate because it convinced me to strive for more than what is expected of me in high school. To expand on this, I first had the mindset that I'm going to focus on only the classes that are required of me to take and not stretch beyond that. After taking the summer bridge program, I learned the benefits of having college credits and taking these courses that will better prepare me for college. So although you have to work harder, it'll all pay off in the end. And I hope that this encourages other students my age to participate in early college courses. Thank you.
Okay, I believe we're now in our Q&A period. And so we'd like to entertain any questions that the audience might have.
All right, so we do have a couple questions. One is, how do you select which student would be best for early college, for the early college program and the early explorer program?
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so sorry. I can do the early college program recruitment. As what I mentioned in a while ago, these students would actually come and see me because they heard about the program from their family or from their friends. However, when they come to me and ask me, "Oh, Mama D, can I apply for early college?" So I gotta just like accept them, and yeah, you can now enroll in early college program. So first off, I work with our EL counselor, Mrs. Tagal. And when one student come to me and say, "Oh, I want to enroll in early college," we want to make sure that this student has the academic skills because we wanted to make sure that our EL students can manage first their high school credits before we accept them in our early college program. And that way, we make sure that they can get high school credits before I accept them for early college program. And I know it is expected that with our students coming in and taking the SD 100, they really needed interventions. So because we have only 15 hours to do all the work, these students would stay with me for tutoring, and I can still help them to do their assignments. So lots of help that I really extend to them. But the main goal is I really wanted them to have a taste of college. I wanted to have SD 100 as their gateway. So to open their mind, I wanted them to have that mindset that they have the chance to go to college. But at least, in a way, as what I've said, they have the academic skills to do the work. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mama D.
So
Sorry, Travis, go ahead.
I think as far as Konawaena High and Pālamanui's program is concerned, we pretty much go off of teacher recommendations and just to get a gauge of the student dispositions that are required in the early college summer bridge program. It's not a hard GPA line that we look for, but we look for dispositions because it is during the summer. And so if students aren't self-directed, if students do not come to class, that really adversely impacts their grades. And the last thing we want is students failing the class, which may have financial aid consequences down the line when they do decide to enroll in college. And we don't necessarily look for a certain academic background. We do provide lots of tutoring and support while in the program. That is something that we pride ourselves on, where we have three people who oversee the grades of students from each class or from the class, and they're assigned a specific caseload. So myself, as well as two other student assistants, we will do after hours Zoom assistance to help them on projects, bring their writing up to college level speed, and to ensure that deadlines are met.
I'd also like to add that one support, an important support system with Konawaena High School students are the parents. They've gone through the same orientation with their son or daughter, and the commitment, they need to be committed. So it's not just the student, it's the parents. So we just say the ohana, are all going to make this happen.
Okay, so the next question is really kind of related to, I think, what Travis was just talking about. So the next question is, apparently it was asked yesterday. Students that are IDEA want to go to college but don't have the academic skills. Maybe the reading level is at a fourth grade, for example, but the kid wants to go to do early college. What happens then?
Okay, so maybe I'll jump in and address this one. So it really kind of depends, and just because a student has an IEP does not mean they can't take early college. It's going to come down to communication and the relationships. I sit in a unique situation because although I'm the director of early college, I used to be an assistant principal, so I have that communication with the APs, but also I used to be a counselor. So it's actually communicating with both groups, because although I don't sit in the IEP meeting, it really depends on what the student disability is. It could be a learning disability in math. It doesn't mean that they can't take an English class or vice versa. Yeah. So every situation would be different, but just because they have an IEP does not mean they are banned or they're not allowed to take an early college course. Really depends on every situation. Also, when the students go on to college, I believe every campus has some kind of support as long as the student discloses their disability. It's not that the IEP would follow them, but the student would have to advocate for themselves. And they would have to say that I have this disability, what kind of extra support you have. Here through the Waipahu High School Early College Program, we do have extra support built into our Tagnawa tutors. So we do have tutors that offer this extra support that's embedded in each class. So all our early college students are assigned to a tutor that does check up with them, has office hours, and in most cases sometimes sit in the class to learn the content along with the students so they can provide that extra content support. So it's going to come down to relationships, it's going to come down to communication, it's going to come down to support.
Thanks for your insight, Eunice. Anybody else want to touch on that?
Yeah, I think Eunice really hit it right on its head. It's just that communication. And so the fortunate part of Konawaena High is we're not as large as Waipahu, so we're only approximately 900 students. So we still have the feel of a medium-sized high school, but we still have that small, tight-knit community feel to our high school. And so what we do a lot of times is we'll communicate with the instructor, alerting them, of this student. And knowing the background of this student, we will have eyes on this student, not just, just because we want to make sure this student succeeds in the class. And so we have a PTT who does tutoring after hours. And so he helps students, with their writing skills, managing deadlines, and all sorts of the other dispositions that are required to be successful in early college courses.
All right, I hope that answered your question. And I think I'm super excited to hear that these supports are in place, because I know that was a struggle early on. Like, what kind of supports do we need? So to hear about how intentional you guys are being about identifying these needs for special ed students or anybody else, right? That you're trying to provide them individually. I think there is one more question. It's an interesting one. How can we motivate students that aren't motivated but could thrive in college but find no value in it? I'm personally interested in hearing the student perspective on this, and then if any of you guys want to chime in after, that'd be great.
I always look ahead of me and then see what kind of future I will have, and I think it's probably knowing the student stories that could be the best way to motivate the student to, um, to be enrolled in college or early college programs. Um, you can puzzle up the, the the student's story and see what kind of resources you can put together in order to support the student needs, and I believe that's how you can motivate the student to attend the college. Um, Mama D always tell us that we can improve our life by going college. So that's one of the encouragement words from Mama D that I take it with myself and live with it. Yeah, thank you. I hope it answered the question.
Hey, Lannon, congratulations on all your accomplishments, man. From Konawaena High to Waipahu, we are proud of you, man. So congratulations.
Yes,
And
sir.
so I think Lannon, yeah, I think Lannon really hit it, really touched on this point that it's the programming that matters to the student. It's that student connection while in the course. And so I think that's kind of what we've really focused on the early college summer bridges. What is the right course for these students to take? And so the course that students aren't taking, it isn't physics, it isn't psychology, it isn't English 100. It's IS 101, which is building bridges with self, community, and college. And so a lot of times the coursework isn't focused on really academics, it's focused on the student. And so building student interest while in the early college program. And so I think I'd like to call upon some of my Cecily or Isaiah or both of them. Maybe they can talk about what went on in the early college summer bridge program and how the course kind of piqued their interest in setting college and career goals. So go ahead, Isaiah or Cecily.
So how did the IS 101, I believe it was IS 101, piqued my interest in doing these types of courses? I guess it's just, as I said in my student story, my intention to learn and my inspiration to learn. It's interesting, that course, because it really dug deep into how I am as a person and how I can be as a person from looking at the outside, and what I am from the inside. So kind of one project that touched bases on that was the Ka'au project. I believe it's the Ka'au project, which is kind of my journey through college. And I kind of really put my whole soul and heart into that project because I really wanted my classmates, my students, and maybe the teachers and instructors as well to know who I am, what I am, why I am here. And yeah, it's basically it. There's not much I could touch base. Yeah, thank you.
So by taking the IS 101, I feel like it switched my whole mindset of school, because throughout middle school, I had this fixed mindset that I just want to do the bare minimum in school, basically. And when I took the course, we mapped out what we wanted our future to look like. And it was kind of like almost like manifesting it. And when I saw everything side by side, it motivated me to want to actually strive towards a goal in life, which was to graduate high school with not only my core credits, but also credits that will benefit me in college and so forth. So, yeah.
Thank you all for those answers. Fantastic. And I would imagine that your friends that have seen you guys do it, you are inspiring them to want to do it as well. So appreciate the role models that you are. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. All right.
Hey, Bill, can I just add I tried to address the question in the chat, but since we have a few minutes, and
Yeah.
so I just kind of wanted to share like what our vision is here at Waipahu High School, and motivation is important. We deal with it all the time in school. How do we motivate unmotivated students? And what we found here at Waipahu is really just they got to see the connection. They have to, and if they don't see the purpose in it, why a lot of our students aren't going to do it. And I've seen amazing things that happen in our IET Academy where they started, and this is before I became the director. They started a blueprint reading and welding early college course, and it made those building and construction kids. It gave them the opportunity to not only learn a trade that they're going to use in their future career, but also earn college credit for it. ICS, Introduction to Computer Science, we're targeting our cybersecurity kids. We have teacher education, our teacher cadets who not only have opportunities to go and shadow teachers in the classroom at the elementary and intermediate high school level, but we're pushing the ed courses on them, encouraging them to take it. Our health kids, we have medical terminology through Leeward Community College. We have a clinical health class through UH West Oʻahu. We even have PUBA, which is the managerial side of healthcare. So those are the things, and those are the plans that we have to kind of work with our partners to continue to offer these courses, just so the kids see the connection, which in turn motivates them.
Outstanding. Thank you, Eunice. And I know you guys do a great job of that at Waipahu High School, for sure. All right, so I think we're out of questions. We're almost out of time. I've dropped a survey in the chat. But I really want to thank all of our presenters for sharing. Thank you guys so much for sharing your insight into early college planning, your stories. Those student stories were great. Teacher stories were great too. And thank you for your ideas on helping students. It's really great stuff. And thank you all for joining us for this session. Please complete the session survey that we've dropped in the chat so we can learn about your thoughts on the convening. We have a short break until 11 a.m. So we'll see you all soon. Thanks so much, guys.